welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. We've infiltrated Fort Deadlight, a notorious pirate fortress, and set our plans in motion to get revenge on brutal Captain Benweth. We've had a couple options have opened up for how we can get to him. We're going to walk down both paths as far as we can go, just because, and then we're going to choose the more fun one. Which is not the path I'm on now, but well, this is fun too. And we just finished our quest to buy supplies for our ship. We didn't purchase a single thing, but we stole from pirates to cover every single cannonballs, medicine, repair supplies, whatever it is. We didn't pay for it. Okay. This is Captain Benweth's ship. One of his rivals, Captain Lamond, has tasked us with killing the crew who are guarding the ship so that Lamond and his crew can steal it. And then the idea is that once he's done that, we'll go, or rather we're going to ring the bell that indicates a ship is leaving. That's Lamond's signal to steal the ship, and then it's going to lure Benweth up to the ramparts by himself to go see what's happening, what's going on. Who took my ship? And that's where we'll have him cornered. That's an option. I'm going to do things a little differently. Okay, we got quite a few baddies.
Keep at it. Benweth wants her ship shape in less than a fortnight.
We're going to fast forward.
Aye, aye.
Try to get an idea of their patrol route. Let's see if we can get a bunch of them together. This is a delicate operation. If we can throw spark crackers here without any of them moving, the goal is to get them all around this spot. If we throw it too far, then it won't bait all of them in. And if we don't throw it far enough, what am I trying to say? If the spark crackers are too far away from some of the pirates, then some of them won't go investigate to see what it is. They won't be gathered up in the spot I want them in. That's what I'm trying to say. Words are great. However, if we throw it too close to the ones that are, to the ones that are out on my left here, then we might not get them close enough to what I'm obviously aiming for, the lamp oil and explosive barrels. And I think if we hit the barrels in the radius of our spark crackers, that also will cause problems. We don't need that. So how about spark crackers go right here, and we'll see how that goes. Everybody else should probably get closer because this is going to start some trouble. Okay, here they go. They're all walking over. Now's a good time to shoot this barrel. Okay. I don't think they've seen me. I think I'm still stealthed, which is just the way it ought to be. Oh my. Okay. It's super effective. Oh, and they didn't see me. Okay, I did not expect that. I thought we'd be in combat now. Well, it couldn't have gone better. I think there's only one of them who survived. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to go back to whatever he was doing before. Is he crying out in anguish at the horrible traumatic violence he's just witnessed? All his friends and, pirate coworkers brutally murdered? No. No, he's out of our sight loading the ship because he doesn't know how to do anything else. There's only one of them. We could just take him. Is there some way that we can be creative? There's not. He's never going to path back to any explosive stuff. Is this oil going to burn off, or is the fire going to keep raging? Now you see the pirates are naked because I've stolen their armor. That's called immersion, is what that is. Let's snipe him. Let's snipe this pirate. As a rogue, you can do rogue stuff, you know. Is he within 12 meters? I don't really know what counts as a, you know, how far is a meter? Listen, I didn't grow up with the metric system. It's completely alien to me. Since we're out of combat, we should be able to still switch stuff around. So, we've given Diego his... We've laid out the plan. Take a pot shot. What was I saying? As a rogue, you can... well, we have backstab. Hopefully we're within 12 meters, so we can use the souped-up, modded backstab. Get that plus 100% damage. But also, as a paladin, if you're a paladin rogue, if you're a holy slayer, Flames of Devotion is great for your... for initiating your ambush, because it's just a big damage boost. Well, 44. That's something. We grazed him, that's why. In spite of our great accuracy. Okay then. We'll switch to melee. And everybody will gang up on him at once. Surprise!
Yeah. Like flogging a figurehead. Futile. Cooked that up, didn't I?
That's right.
It took a second. On account of the difficulty level being so high. Okay. Now we're free to loot everything that's blue here. Another arquebus. Neat. More repair supplies that we can't get. And what's this? The cargo hold lies empty. That's too bad. We could have plundered it. Aged shark meat. Exotic.
More than my eyes be open.
More than his eyes be open. His mind is open, is what he's saying. Serafen is a cipher. To the western ramparts we could go. Now that's a forbidden area. Where we'd have to dodge guards, and we simply have no more need to do such a thing. So, Lamon's plan is proceeding quite swimmingly. All we have to do is go up those stairs to the western ramparts, right. We'll find the bell up there, and we'll ring it. And that'll cue Lamon to steal Benweth's ship while Benweth is running to see what's going on. And then we'll kill him. That would be one option. We're not taking that option. It's simply less fun than what we're going to do.
You must gather party before venturing forth.
Let's fast forward. And we don't have to stay stealth, I don't think. We're not likely to encounter any guards. To the courtyard. We've got Cookie's special stew with her special spice that she winked at us as she applied to it. In fact, I think we have two of them because we stole one off the table and then we just asked her for it. Oh. Maybe. No, we stole seafood stew, which is just, you know, a cool thing to eat. It's not a quest item. Anyway, back to the pirate party. We'll parley with the pirates at the party. And pilfer anything we can along the way. Like, what's on this table? I want it. What's on this table? It's mine. What's over here? In this room? An extremely petty item or two, and I want them. I want it all. Alright, Murky, guess what I got?
Well, if it ain't my fond and feckless friend.
I beg your pardon.
No, I didn't mean that. My tongue gets a tad twisted when I'm too far into the cups.
I forgive you.
You'll have to pardon my lack of wits. What says you, lad?
I have the special stew.
Hurrah, you! Things are all looking grand here.
Oh, how they are.
And they're about to get better.
I agree.
Distribute the stew. Eat hearty, you bone-idle chums. Be merry and wild. I might be going cross-eyed. How many fingers am I holding up?
What's this I hear? Think you'll be having a fate without me?
To luck and a hot fight and a good captain, brutal Ben.
Oh, aye. You swabs want to hear me play, dear?
Play it loud and long, Ben. Aye, show 'em how it's done.
Lend your ears for utter bliss. A sweeter sound you never heard.
Is he? He's toast.
A toast to brutal Ben and his blood.
And to all the swag I'm looting off of him. Hooray!
What a day on this. Let's tell the crew.
Yep, better go tell them. That's put paid to Ben with. And now we got some real classy, we got a classy fit now. The Miscreant's Leathers, light armor, it's exceptional. That's one better than fine. Base armor rating 7. Which is, you know, not great, but we're a lot faster in it. So, we've upped our offensive potential. And we haven't lost very much armor, have we? We had just a regular fine breastplate earlier. I am thinking that this would be great for Shodi. We want her to be a little tougher. Anyway. Uh-oh. Hit! Woo! I think we got one more. Hit! Wow. Must be Cookie made a special stew. Let's see what's over here. What's in this room? What's in this chest? I must know.
Now what have we got here? I do believe I recognize these goddamn chests. By Andre's salty bosom. Romaro hauled this chest from one end of the Deadfire to the other.
Any clues in there? Serafen flips open the lid to reveal an empty chest. He doesn't seem disappointed, however. Serafen reaches into the chest and gropes about before being rewarded by a clicking sound. A false bottom slides out from the chest containing a single folded piece of parchment. Serafen swipes it out and holds it to his nose, inhaling deeply. Ah, yes, the scent of musty pirate notes.
No worse scents come out of chests like these, Captain. Trust you me. Dear S. That be me. I knew you'd seek me out. Please abandon the trail here. I've fashioned this predicament for my own, and I'll not have you lock its weight round your own ankles. If you find yourself imperiled, seek Udina at Magic Water. She can help.
Seems like there was more in that letter.
Aye, there'll be a word or two more, but nothing useful to us.
Huh. I guess with sleight of hand and a little dexterity, you could just snatch the letter out of his hands. I'm not really interested in doing that. Serafen, you don't have to tell me. It's between you and Romaro. He smiles faintly and nods. Do you know who Udine is?
I don't know Udina from Wardmage, but Magic Waters I know like my own fucking name. When I were a wee lad fresh on the Sorcerer, Romaro would treat me to the luminous bathhouse at Nekitaka. Oh, the water there shimmered like dawn on the open sea, and I, full flush with the poetic creativity of youth, called it Magic Waters. I know you don't owe me the favour, Captain, but if we could find our way to that bathhouse, I'd not hold it against you. Unless, of course, you asked.
I don't get it.
For now, though, we've got plunder and pillage before us, aye?
That we do. Okay. The next step in this scavenger hunt for Serafen's old buddy is, I guess, to go to Nekitaka, the big Koiki. Find a bathhouse. What do we have here? A secret skull with an Antonia signet ring. +2 all defenses when engaged. Stacks 5 times. +2 diplomacy. That's pretty sweet. Engaged is not the same as engaging, so it's not necessarily, you know, Adair's the member of our party who's going to engage more enemies. He's going to have more ability to engage enemies, but being engaged, other than, you know, planning a wedding, is different from engaging. So basically, this ring's going to benefit you if you run into the thick of danger and have like 5 enemies all coming after you at once. Then your defenses will get boosted, which is great for a street fighter such as ourselves, because it's kind of our job to go into the thick of danger. Danger's my middle name. What else can we steal from this? I guess this is like Pirate Church. Yeah, sure looks like it. What do we have here? Offerings to Skane hang from this shrine. Skane being one of the gods. Boy, it's rowdy in there, huh? Without getting too much into it, Skane is certainly makes sense as a pirate, as a god that pirates would worship. I don't think we haven't even solicited anybody's opinion about what just happened with this exploded harpsichord and the guy whose guts are all over the place.
Black Pox, me?
Uh-huh.
I never thought you could really get the better of Ben. I swear it. Bloody wounds. I'll be a dead woman if Valdez ever finds out what I did. Drub me fucking dry. Gods. Speaking of, don't suppose you're looking for another Sodom on that boat of yours?
What do you have to offer me?
You mean like silver and such? Oh, like what can I do? Sure, I'm real good with my fists, and not half bad with a blade neither. Might not look it, I can take a hit and cake punching.
Yeah, likely on account of being so full up of rum.
You're full of rum.
Good comeback. Great comeback.
Right, good comeback, lass.
Well, Murky, are you looking to leave here?
Well, Deadlight just ain't what it's been, you know? Bit hot for my taste, if you catch my meaning. And better a boat full of friends than a fort full of...
Pirates?
Foes! Yeah, foes! Well, not foes, but not friends neither.
Sure. Grab your stuff and claim a bunk.
Wait, really?
Uh-huh.
Sure about this, Cap. Word's always been that Mercury fell out the womb 3 sheets south.
Oh, stuff them sheets up your ballast hole, you sorty old furball.
Another boisterous drunkard. God, I'm starting to sound like a dare.
Aye, aye, Captain. See you aboard.
All right. We got Murky. She'll be great cannon fodder when we board enemy ships. I think Murky is the first. So you see here, she's like a party member, right? Except she's kind of not. So this game has like your central companions who have stories written around them and character development. They have a side quest you can pursue. Murky's not one of those. Murky is in like this B team of extra party members you can recruit who are voiced and have a cool portrait, just to kind of spice things up. So she's not going to have a side quest. She's not going to have a story arc and character development. But if you want to have somebody who can punch stuff and maybe stab stuff, she's your girl. Plus, you know, she's drunk. We're not going to dismiss anybody and put her in the party. My plan is to not use characters like Murky too much, but we'll go ahead and level them up and equip them, and then they'll be on board our ship in the event that we get into ship-to-ship combat. They'll help us with boarding battles, which are a blast. No pun intended. And maybe we'll bring her and some of the other kind of B-team companions out for things that aren't story quests, you know. Anyway. Okay, we murdered Benwith. We recruited Murky. I wonder what Siri has to say. Hey, Siri.
Was there something else you wanted?
Yeah, I wanted more voiced lines of dialogue. Okay. Well, let's go upstairs and see what there is to see up there. Before we do that, I'm going to pause.
Nice and quiet.
I'll see you in a split second. let's go upstairs. It's too noisy down here. Perhaps it'll quiet down on the upper levels.
Dim in the lantern.
We've done quite a bit without resorting to, I was about to say without resorting to violence, but that isn't true, is it? We haven't had to get in proper combat, let's put it that way. But to get everything we want out of Fort Deadlight, this may be where that ends. Okay, we got books to steal, an armor rack. Plenty of Benweth's crew are up here. One, two, three, four, five, six of them. And it looks like one bard, that's the celebrant. Two spellblades. Now that'll be either a wizard or maybe like a rogue wizard, I don't know. And the brutes, well, that's self-explanatory. Nutshells lie scattered among the ashes at the foot of this warm fire. And a blackwood log. Blackwood trees are exceedingly rare. The corrupted trees are only found among the shadowy groves of the Menpugra. That's probably how to pronounce that word. Normally harvested by the enigmatic Rathun raiders, these logs are used to craft some of the sturdiest hulls found within the Deadfire archipelago. Good to know. Bounding boots. Lots of money, too. The wearer of these boots will be able to leap, just like a barbarian in many games. And in fact, that is a barbarian ability if you don't get it from the magic boots like that. So, eventually Serafen will have the ability to choose that ability. This looks like a really tough fight in here. I'm not sure we'd win on the difficulty level we're on, and not knowing what level these pirates are. Fort Deadlight is set up. Fort Deadlight is set up to be doable at the stage of the game we're doing it in. My eloquent way to say it's relatively low level. You don't have to do it in the stage where we're doing it. In fact, I'm curious to know what happens if you recruit some of the other characters of the game and then come and do Fort Deadlight. And this is not the playthrough where I'm going to find that out. Oh, there's a trap here. So the question is, can we ambush this rogue that is, without attracting a lot of other unwanted attention? I think we can. What has Adair got for abilities? Did I give him backstab? Not yet. Okay. Pardon me, snorting like a pig. Well, we don't have any rested bonus either. That's too bad. Accuracy and deflection. Yeah, I think Adair's in the stance I want him in. Let's get this party started. And if it ends poorly, so be it. It really might. That's a nice start, though. Flames of Devotion crits rogue for 59. Now, I want to know if we got backstab damage from that. Shift for more information. We did. We were within 12 meters. Okay, then. What more could you ask? Let's take a look at this rogue's defenses. Fortitude and deflection are their weaker defenses. So how about a crippling strike? Now we do want... Adair has a hard time hitting things. We've learned that. He's a jovial guy, but he's not very accurate. So Blinding Strike gets an accuracy bonus instead of a penetration bonus. But now that raises the question of, does he need penetration? He needs penetration probably pretty badly, which he would get from Crippling Strike. Okay, these are the kinds of considerations that you gotta make. Penetration 8. That's not gonna matter. He doesn't have pen. He simply doesn't. Fighting in close quarters. So we can turn on the half-sword modal. That'll give him some penetration too. I wonder if that'll be enough. Or I wonder whether it's going to take effect. Alof can auto-attack. I think we'll attract some more enemies. So... yeah, there's one. We'll have Serafen rush over. Alright, that first pirate's going down. Something is glowing blue over here. I don't know what it is. Alright, there we go. Adair's Crippling Strike will have penetration of 10 after he turned on the sword modal. I don't know why he got 2 instead of 1, but I won't complain. Let's get everybody moved over. I think it might be time to switch Diego to his melee kit. Get him in there. Whoa! So many pirates. I mean, 3 of them. 3 of them. Yeah, they're this one. I guess the rogue pirates are vulnerable to cold and blunt.
Yeah, there's a walloping.
Okay, Serafen used one of his... Ciphers are great for like crowd control, targeting the enemy's will defenses, and you can see that with 2 rogues in our party, that's not one of the things that we target yet. We tend to target fortitude and reflex. So against weak-willed enemies such as these, well, such as this rogue, yeah, the will is 33, that's garbage. So Serafen's great for doing cipher stuff to mess with that person. I think they're just about done. I'll have Diego turn to face the other enemy. And how about against... Ooh. This brute's defenses are pretty high because they are a fighter. Or, no, I'm sorry, no they're not. They're a fighter and a barb. Yeah, we got some multi-classed enemies here. Looking at their abilities, we see they've got one ability from each class cooking on their person. Okay. You've probably noticed by now, but spells regenerate per fight, not per rest. So once we get out of this fight, you know, you can see Alof has used all his first level spells, but he doesn't have to rest to get him back. He just needs to get out of combat.
What for, Cap?
I don't think I've ever pointed that out before. There's only one of them left. The 6 that we saw in this room are not electing to come out and fight us.
Whack him any harder.
There's Isilmir coming out of Alof's unconscious with her Scotch accent. Speed things up. Okay.
I'll see what I can find.
More loot? Lucky yes. I've never paid paid much attention to how experience works in this game, but I think as you can see in the combat log, you don't get experience just for defeating enemies. We did get experience for picking locks. That
Indeed.
sort of thing. What's this? A hidden switch. Alright. Taking on twice as many of them requires some thought, I think. Weren't there 6 of you? Why do I only see 5? There we go. There are 6 of them. I don't claim to be a master strategist. Or tactician. Maybe we'll learn. So it seems like it would make sense to try to choke point some of them. Problem is, plenty of them have range and spells to mess with us. It might be interesting to have Diego, the street fighter, who likes to mix it up, separate from the party, drag the enemy into this room, which I guess will be Aldi's bedroom, choke point them, and then from stealth, Diego sneaks up on them from behind and gets the casters who are on their back line. Ruins their day. They got two presumably wizard types, or partially wizards, and 1 bard. Those are 3 people we want to mess with. So maybe Adair's our tank. I think he can do just fine holding the door. Hold the door. And maybe it's Serafen and Diego in the back. I think I also want to lay a trap for them, but I don't have a ton of experience with that. Typically when you lay a trap, at least in my limited experience, you draw the enemy's attention. They come to see what's going on, which can be exactly what you want. So let's get 3 of our characters over there. They'll sneak in no problem. Everybody's sneaky in this party. Aloths, we're gonna need him for his AoE. Who's gonna make the pull? Who's gonna shoot them from stealth? Nobody has a sneak attack there. That'll be Diego and Serafen. This is gonna get complicated. You know what they say about complicated plans? They're great.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Serafen's got some explosives on his person. That's good for an AoE. Blinded, burn damage, accuracy versus reflex. I bet these enemies are pretty tough in their defense there. Interesting. Yeah, there's about a half chance of hitting with their reflex defense. Serafen has a nice blunderbuss, which as we've seen is like an AoE weapon. And then in his other hand is a battle axe. We've got him as a barb cipher. And being a barb, I think he needs melee, doesn't he? But is that really the best? Yeah, why don't we have him switch in the middle of the fight? I like that better. And let's also plug in these headphones I'm using, or the battery will die. A boop boop boop. Neat. Okay, Diego will give up his blunderbuss so that Serafen can dual wield. And when he switches, let's give him some better weapons. I think I gave him saber proficiency. And, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't have proficiency with a weapon. Stiletto. That penetration is a big deal. We got to think about that. It's just one of the most important stats. I think that's pretty clear. So for powder burns, he'll do more damage and then he'll be distracted. And maybe he'll hit Diego with powder burns, which we kind of want. I don't know. wonder who's got the best mechanics skill of the characters over here. Mechanics is what you use for laying traps. And, interesting. Aloth has good explosive skills. Improves the accuracy, damage, and effectiveness of bombs. And some of that is coming from his the gloves we've given him that make him a better wizard. Can we give him some bombs? It's risky not to have a potion of healing on him. Of course, he has this scroll. We're going to let that be his option for healing if he needs one. And maybe his throwing a bomb will be the pull.
Aye, I shall.
He could also just cast a spell as the pull. How are the enemy's defenses potentially against this? Some of them it won't have penetration. And a 70% chance to hit. What about a bomb? What happens then? A lesser chance to hit, not as good. Okay. These are all things to think about. Because I think it's always, in my opinion, a great tactic to open up with some pretty heavy offense that takes one or two of them out right from the jump. That's really taking advantage of the element of surprise. That Spellblade looks like a likely choice.
Lavaru beyond sick.
So it looks like we're starting. No, we're not. Cut that out. Don't do that. Don't Lavaru any Beyond Seek. We'll start with a trap set by Adair. 2 to reflex. I wonder. But I'm not going to think about it forever. Set the trap. I guess it wasn't close enough to attract their attention, so now it's time for Aloth to pull. Why not empower it? See what happens. Oh, empowering gave it more penetration.
Lavaru beyond sick.
That started matters.
This is.
Did he just get a kill? No, he did. Nuts. That's not bad. Okay then. Now we got a celebrant here who's blessing everybody. I guess they're like a priest. And they're you can see on them they've got an ability from a chanter. So it looks to me like the celebrant is a chanter priest. Spellblade has a rogue ability lined up. So that's a rogue wizard. Come to think of it, I think these are the actual names. If you look in your character creation menu and you multi-class, this is what you get. Buccaneer is probably, I don't know what a Buccaneer is. But if we had memorized the names of the multi-classes, we'd know. Brute, that's a fighter warrior, okay. Okay, I see them lining up a shot on Aloth, and I think I want that not to happen, so. Actually, we do want Adair to hold the door.
Tile.
Okay, come on, come on. He's been shot. It's going to take us a minute to get our other two in the fight, so it's not perfect.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Move, dude. Now all the enemies are insightful. That's too bad. I suspect they're all going to run that way. Okay, we don't want to have a bunch of people standing around while the fight's happening. We gotta get moving. An attack that cannot miss and will reliably interrupt. That's interesting. Okay. The Spellblade's who we want to go after. Serafen's going to start us off on that front. And then Diego's going to try to get a sneak attack in, if he can. Ugh. Terrible. He missed. No sneak attack for us. Oh well. And Adair's almost dead. Now it's getting interesting. Oh, Aloth's down. Ooh. I think we might be in wipe territory. I didn't even see that happen. Can we interrupt this Spellblade? Let's get more accurate with a blinding strike. Can he use a cipher ability? We should shake in and confuse. On one target, he can do that. The Buccaneer clearly is their sniper. I don't like that. I think he probably took out Aloth, huh? What is Shodi casting? Suppress Affliction. No, I don't think that's a good call right now. I need offense from you. Shoot that guy. In fact, heal Adair, because he's just gonna go down like a sack of bricks again.
I need some help here.
He's trying to get his second wind off, and it's gonna take forever. I wonder what that was. Serafen's Wild Mind misses Serafen. Okay, so this is the type of cipher he is. A special class that I'm not sure you can roll one for your own character, but Serafen has lots of random abilities that trigger, that may or may not be great. They actually might suck, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, Adair is staying alive. But we can't get any offense if we're doing nothing but heal up here. Oh, and Diego misses because the enemy moved right before he swung. That's part of the game. If you are in the middle of an attack and the other, the opponent just moves, that like counts as dodging you. Like moving their position on the board. Which is unique. We need this enemy to go down.
No one noticed.
Oh, there she goes. We need AoEs, clearly. Not so easy. Not so easy to make it happen. Oh, she's got a fire breath, huh?
Right? Alright.
That is to say, a scroll that will hit Adair if she tries it. Maybe it's worth it. Jeez. There we go. Okay, this rogue is coming to try to blind one of our characters. I think I like where Diego's going to try to get this Buccaneer.
Another turn.
And what can Adair do? He can drink a potion. I don't trust that his health will stay where it is.
All things worse than raw. I'm not sure I can.
Okay. Well, she missed 2 of them and grazed another one. Great. Jeez. I wonder what determines your accuracy with a spell scroll like that. Maybe. No. Okay. Yeah. That didn't count as having any hope whatsoever of hitting because the enemy was moving while he swung. Once again.
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
Okay. Now we're in trouble. Can't be letting enemies stay up when their health is on the brink. And what is Adair doing? I think he just triggered some disengagement attacks because he ran away to get around Shodi for some reason. And she just took a disengagement attack. All right. How about a group heal? She can do it this way. Really need some crowd control, and we need it to work. And he'll do some heals and distract the enemies. Couldn't hurt. Can we daze these guys? Oh, that might cause him not to get the heal that's about to go off. Not about to. Yeah, drink a potion. And actually drink it. Jeez. It's murder up in here. Yeah, he just didn't drink one. He simply didn't do it. There. Okay, I guess it worked. No, that was Shoddy's heal. There must be something about how potions work that I don't get, because I just put it, like I clicked the potion, said drink this. He made the motion of drinking it. His inventory didn't change. Potions hasn't gone anywhere. His health didn't go up. So what happened? Okay. We still can't get this thing, this enemy that's like close to the end here. Spirit shields. Okay, well, yeah, that's boosting their armor. What's the move for Shody right now? Dare's about to leap. Of course, it's going to take him a minute to get it off. I mean, we just need offense. Hit this Spellblade. Get lucky, I guess, is what we're hoping for.
Hey.
Jeez. There's nothing left to do.
We had some good times.
Didn't
Yeah,
work.
we had some good times. Drink a potion. Oh my god, he actually drank it. And Shody managed to get rid of her target. Great. If we can finish this guy off, we'll be in even better shape. That's looking good.
Now you be right.
Great. I think we're gonna have to also change our whole approach with Adair. He just, as a tank, he doesn't survive. He's a sink for heals. I mean, no one else does. We just don't have a tank in our party. So I gotta think this through. His slashing armor's great. His piercing armor sucks. I'm sure plenty of these enemies do piercing damage. His deflection is mid. Not even that good. 49. Yeah. That's interesting.
Screwed.
Okay. Maybe Diego can handle this lone rogue over here while Serafen rushes over and tries to get this brute, who's kind of our next hope to bring one of them down. The one with the lowest health. Can he CC somebody?
Hey.
Yeah, we had some good times, I hear you. Drink another potion.
We had some good times.
Nope, he's down. Alright.
Out my way.
What is out of my wheelhouse?
Friend.
Serafen started saying. I think it means that this enemy broke line of sight right when he was trying to do what he was trying to do. So we're still in bad shape. It really hurts that we just lost a dare. Shody's not going to last long. I mean, I don't know what she can do. She's going to get hurt faster than she can heal herself. Kick this guy. She missed. Ooh. Ooh. Red numbers all over. Alright. Well, we CC'd him. What can Shody do to heal herself? Second wind. And let's see, what else? What other tricks can we try? The rogue is trying to get away from Diego. He doesn't have penetration. He's using piercing weapons. I guess, yeah, her armor's 9. He doesn't have anything left to make his pen better. going to be like that for any of them. Also, our characters are divided 3 ways in who they're actually fighting. Alright. Use your Watcher power to frighten one of them. How about that? Okay, that worked. Ugly. This is still ugly. And I don't know that we're out of the woods yet, actually. What is this ability that I'm trying to have Shodi use? Accurate versus fortitude. Interrupts even on a graze. That's nice. This enemy has high fortitude compared to all their other defenses. Maybe that's not the best choice. I don't know. I guess just try to hit it. What about empowering this ability? What would happen then? It still wouldn't make the accuracy versus fortitude worthwhile, I think. It's just gonna miss. So there's no need to empower it. One last Paladin Smite. There we go. Diego's not getting great penetration here. But
Another tack.
interesting. Shodi, not Shodi. Serafen is complaining that his killing blow didn't hit hard enough. He says, "Another tack, Captain. That didn't work." Sure thing. Whatever. Whatever you say. Now he's shoving his way through the... Okay. Okay. Now we're just gonna gang up on this last one and clobber it with weak hits. What else can we do? How about some heals? Great. How about some cold damage and heals?
Oh, that were a beaut. Another tack, Cap.
Well,
What for, Cap?
the slick and elegant way to get through Fort Deadlight didn't require us to go in here and pick a fight with 6 of them at once. We just wanted their stuff. And now we got it.
Aye, aye.
We came out on top in the end. I have much to learn about tactics. Let's study this map. Colored pins mark various shipping routes and ports on this map of the Deadfire. I'll also say it didn't help that Aloth... We didn't plan for a way to keep him up. He died before I was aware of it. Not died, got KO'd.
Why do my eyes be open?
We can do a lot more violence around here as a way to get loot and get access to loot that you can't do without starting a fight. It's not as fun as, you know, finding clever, tricky ways to do things. Now, out here, I think some of these guards are not going to be hostile the minute they see us. They're going to be like, "You're not allowed up here." And then we'll have a dialogue choice to, you know, get sent back down below. I thought there was one around here. Maybe not. Let's see what there is to see up here. So here we are at the ramparts. And I'll share from past experience. This is the spot where you could also confront Benweth and actually fight him mano a mano, instead of blowing him to smithereens.
This is going to be loud, isn't it?
Aloth is reacting to the bell that we could ring, or could have rung, to cue Lamond and his friends to go steal that ship. I think my question is going to be, now that Benweth's dead, did they steal the ship? And
I don't think I can pull that off.
We'll probably find out. In any case, the interesting things there are to do here are pretty much done, so I think I'm going to call it here. This will be the episode. And I think it's time to go to Nekataka on our next episode. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you there.